Chill. Run it. Chill. Rise grind and go get it. I am your host, Mike Man, representing BMG all day, a day. Back with another episode of the hottest thing smoking. RAPPERWEED TV, the podcast. Powered by Stream, y'all. We going up on YouTube right now. Last year, the fucked up year we call 2020. Yes, I'm going up right now.
Gotta run it up today, cause tomorrow I ain't promised.
Oh, yeah.
Hit a crib with a gate and a
Go
lake
ahead,
from my
push
mom.
that
Ain't
subscribe
they
button
nothing
there
really
when
won't
it's
face
loud,
little
loud
mama.
circle
One day
forming,
me and
cookie
bro
cool,
be
but that
riding
can't
away,
pass. I
can't
need
wait
to
for the
wear
day, I promise.
6 for the cool.
Goddamn, my bro just caught another case, Jerry
6
took
for
quick day,
round
your
2.
honor. Yeah,
Punch
Nella
the
Adrian in
notification, but we got a
there.
circle.
They don't understand, they threw him in the can. He was just trying to get
Listening
them
to
fans. Trying to
Young
blow like a
Stu
ceiling fan. I'ma really make
tomorrow.
it fit this pan. These niggas think I guess real in
You
the
know what that
time.
is.
We gon' have it, we gon' spill this brand.
Get it.
Yeah, mighty keep him a poet. You know he gon'
You
pop it when I'm
SoundCloud,
my
go
bro. We
ahead,
gon' rock
bust
like a
that
fox. Me
cash
and Rich
out
on the
and
road, tryna run
BMG
up this pop.
214
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
building fund.
Game in the choke code, we got it on
2021, we
lock. And
speaking
here
it
with the
into
pole, yeah, we
existence.
small. I do what I want, these
I
niggas
got
can't
to
stop
get
it.
it, man. We running it up.
Gotta run it up
RAPPERWEED
today,
TV, the
cause tomorrow I ain't
podcast.
promised. Hit a crib with a
About to
gate
be
and a
the
lake
hot
from my mom.
stain
Ain't
in
they
the
nothing
game.
really won't face little
Promise.
mama. One day me and bro be riding away, can't wait for that day, I promise. Goddamn, my bro just caught another
Shout
case,
out to
Jerry some
everybody
quick
that's
day, your honor.
subscribed,
Yeah.
that's
My bro,
listening
he just turned
so
himself
far this
in.
year.
I told him he coming home to some
Starting
bands.
season 2
Ain't love it, just fucking
tomorrow,
and friends. Turn on my
10/9.
focus just so I can win. Say something
Y'all
about me,
doing
we
what y'all
spinning the
getting
band.
into.
I asked the Lord to forgive all my sins. No, I'm not
You know,
your average job
2020,
about business. I'm finna go buy me some land. Just pulling
I
up
have
trail and strawberry
recollection that
phantom.
bitch will go out with a
Uncle told
bang.
me so down. I'm
Something's
such a come
gonna
a
come
cheese,
up
then got a little
before
fatter. You ain't talking
midnight.
about money, quit chit chat, flow
Just
cold.
wait.
No, I'm a sick bastard. Cause I ever love why you had to take my
It's been the
niggas
type
and
of
I
year,
ain't
man.
getting no one. Speak to the real one and it feel like the last. Gotta
Need
run
to
it
hurry
up
up and
today,
get the
cause
fuck up
tomorrow
out of here,
ain't
bro.
promised.
Matter of fact,
Hit a crib with a
you
gate
ain't
and a
gotta
lake
get
from
your
my
coat,
mom.
you
Ain't
had
they
none
nothing
of
really
that
won't
shit.
face
We'll
little
get
mama.
listening to
One
you.
day me and bro be riding in the
Make
way,
your way
can't
towards
wait
the
for that day,
exit
I
for us.
promise.
Please.
Goddamn, my bro just caught another case, Jerry
It's
some
been that
quick
type
day,
of
your
year, bro.
honor.
Young Stu tomorrow. Going up on Spotify right now. Chill. RAPPERWEED TV, the podcast. Yeah, I am your host, Mike Man, representing MBMG all day. Coming to you by MBMG Films, powered by StreamYard, gone up on YouTube. Check us out at iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google Podcasts. I said Google Podcasts, Apple Music, and more. I have to enunciate more. But this is RAPPERWEED TV, the podcast. Y'all. It's been a fucked up year, bro. I don't know about you, how yours started and went. I did not come in. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I did not make a resolution for 2020. I guess it's one where I fucked up, but I guess if I'm still breathing, I'm not too fucked up, right? If I'm still above ground, I'm doing alright. Condolences to those we lost to the coronavirus, all the talented people that we lost. It's been really fucked up. Shout out to old turkey neck Mitch. You bitch you. You bitch you. I mean you Mitch you. What is he gonna do? Not send me my steamy? Bitch. Yeah. Man, 2020, it can't get up out of here fast enough. But what is we going into, bro? What you think we're going to see on the other side? Are you making resolutions? Do you have aspirations for 2021? Dreams, goals? Me personally, I'm trying to push this podcast the best way I can. Hard. You know, we're going to be bringing you more and more content. Hopefully more and more interviews from some dope, unsigned, underground artists. Some people you might be wanting to add to your playlist. I had Soul 8 ENT and Rosa Nice. We just started the podcast back in I think November, October. I was doing, Rapper Week TV, the vlogging and everything, but kind of switched it up, man. I wanted to get into the podcasting. So 2021, he's speaking it now. I'm gonna be one of the hottest things smoking. Let's believe, bro. Let's believe. And we gonna get that bag. Artists you trying to get on, drop your info down below. Hey, you do. We don't. It's cool, bro. We gonna keep pushing. And when you do finally decide, I hope it's good for you. I hope it works out in your favor. Because if I reach out to you and you excuse me, if I reached out to you and you avoided me or disregarded it, I got you. Don't even trip, bro. 2021, I got my mindset on a lot of things. It's got to change up, bro. Coronavirus should have taught you a lot. Should have taught you a lot. For one, motherfuckers are nasty. Yeah, that's one thing it taught me. Some motherfuckers are nasty. I don't care how you cut it. Spade is a spade. Shit. But 2020 been pulling jokers out on that ass left and right. So I don't know. Started the year off on a high note. Then they say Corona coming. Bitch. I was nervous because I'm thinking motherfuckers was gonna be dropping like flies. I'm quite sure I wasn't the only one. I'm talking about instant death. Like, you know how motherfuckers hype shit up, think this the movies and shit. Soon as that shit get up in your eyes, come crawling up your skin, all through your body, this thing, you falling out dead right there. Shit done rotted out right there on the spot. I'm thinking that type of shit. That's how they make that shit out to be when they first tell you about it. Then you don't know what to expect. So, a lot of people, like they say, they fear the unknown. That's where that shit came about. So you have the fear of that. Then, tragically, the death of Kobe Bryant. Like, fuck. That shit hit. And it hurt. Like, it hurt. I was, don't get me wrong, I'm a Lakers fan now because I'm a LeBron James fan. Wherever he goes, that's where my fanhood goes. But in the beginning, back in the Kobe era, that period when Jordan left, because I was the biggest Jordan fan alive. Still is. But when Jordan retired and Kobe and Shaq was there, and I needed somebody to root for because, my Bulls weren't the same without Jordan. So, but, that's another subject. But still, shit. Sound like they up here busting bottles and shit. Yeah, we started out on a high note. Kobe came, shit like that. Then motherfuckers start, having to go on quarantine. People start losing jobs. I thought I was going to be safe in mine. I was working at, the place where you told around. I'm not going to say their name because I don't get no check from them no more. But the place where you told the oxygen tanks and shit around. Yeah. We made those and packed accessories and ship shit all over the world, Greg. The world. Thought I was gonna be safe because they were gonna need that shit, and they was needing it because we did make ventilators too, right? This shit hit harder than what they thought and expected, and basically ran out of product. They ran out of shit to sell, basically. Like my shit didn't close down because it wasn't there. No, the business was gonna be there, but they ran out of oxygen tanks and fucking ventilators fast as they can get them. And don't get me wrong, they rented the bitches out. And the ones they rented, they got them back and refurbished them and put them back out there. But it wasn't coming in fast enough because once this shit came, the ones they had rented that was out there, whether those people were well and didn't need it or not, they wasn't sending them back. Not just yet. So, motherfuckers, they just ran out of product to sell. My ass got sent home. Just like everybody else. But then, you know, they kept, they somehow came back like 2-3 weeks later, opened the bitch back up. But me, I was presented the opportunity to go back, and I was like, man, I don't know, because if they telling you wash your hands, and this is just from my experience, if they telling you wash your hands, practice the utmost of hygienic practices. If they telling you to do that on the daily to survive not getting this shit, to prevent not getting this shit, wear your mask. No, listen, yeah, the mask. You see how that shit turned out. You see how people responded to that shit. That's one headache. The two, you don't know the cleanliness of somebody else. Like, how fucking clean is this motherfucker right here? You don't know that. And for the most part, a lot of motherfuckers prove that. Because off the bat, motherfuckers, well, for one, people didn't care because one, the mask shit. They didn't want to wear the mask and shit. So if you don't want to wear your mask, for one, you're going around there telling you you're spreading this shit and you don't even know it, bro. You don't even know it. You're spreading this shit and don't even know it. So then comes the cleanliness part, the washing of the hands and shit. Everybody ain't doing that, bro. The job before the last job, the job before the last job, I was working there. Asian dude. Now, hate to be telling this story, but yeah, this just goes to show you. Now, imagine if they do this shit here, taking into regard you and your co-workers and their fellow co-workers, but an Asian dude in the bathroom pissing. Now, I'm not watching him, but you walk in waiting for a motherfucker to get out the urinal because me, I'm not gonna stand right next to you. If it's just those two right there on that wall, I'm not gonna stand next to you and take a piss for the simple reason of the splash factor. Right? Now you can say I'm being petty, but what I'm about to say to your motherfucking ass next, you'll see why the fuck I say that. So the Asian dude is standing up there to the left at the urinal pissing. I'm like, damn, should I go? I gotta go now. Gotta go like a motherfucker. Should I go down? No. Alright, I'm standing up there. I look down at his feet. I'm standing way back in the corner. when you first walk in. It's not like I'm trying to watch this motherfucker. I'm waiting to see if he gonna hurry up and get the fuck off him. Or should I step up and just get over here and just hurry up and piss or whatever? But I'm thinking about the splash factor, right? Look down at this motherfucking feet before I even get over. This nigga got a puddle down there, a whole fucking puddle, and he's steady streaming. He's steady streaming. And keep in mind, every time you go to the bathroom, you see a puddle, right? Regardless, y'all got janitors. I mean, keep in mind, shit wasn't as sanitary before the start of the year, right? At the end of 1999, compared to the end of this motherfucker, which one was the cleanest? This whole year has been the cleanest. They've been having your ass sanitize everything now. But before, it wasn't. It was not so much. But you wonder why motherfuckers didn't catch corona then. But you know that's another story. That's because this shit was brought here intentionally. But you know I'm not a conspiracy theorist. But you got to wonder why with the vaccine and round two drop at the same time. Like that's some other shit. We're gonna get into that one in 2021 too. But look, they gotta get the fuck out of here with some of this shit, bro. Some of this shit that we experienced and went through this year, 2020. It's been one for the record books, man. Like I say, I was telling you about me how my employment ended. So now, thinking about that, you know, I was able to get in and get my business and my paperwork in order. Well, shit, I was able to be, you know, straight as far as income, you know. So I set on my ass to create other streams of income. Got to keep it coming in from different ways. And if I'm gearing up 2021 to be big with the podcast and shit, hey, I got to keep it coming, right? Like millionaire don't sleep and it got multiple streams of income, right? So I got to go get it, bro. So we journey and go through this, the era of Corona. First 5-6 months. Shit is, you know, you thinking you're doing good with the sanitizing and washing up the hands and masking up and shit. It starts to wear on you. It gets on your motherfucking nerves. Now people fighting. They hoarding the toilet tissue. You can't get no Lysol. Bleach is hard to come by. All the cleaning supplies, paper towels, everything gone. To run on meat, everything gone. We stocking up on everything. Like this bitch about to come to an end. So you have to, you know, get lucky. We fortunately, me and my wife, we was able to get lucky and hit the grocery stores and the stores at the right time when it came time to get stuff. You know, I used to work at Walmart when I first moved to Texas, so I know the stocking times and all this. My ex-wife used to work at, you know, another Fiesta and other stores, so I know the stocking there, stocking time there. We were able to come about and come through that shit unscathed. We had the near misses and shit with the coronavirus. But lo and behold, shit started hitting home. We think it took my father-in-law to start off in February, right when Kobe Bryant died. So that's how our year started off on the somber note. R.I.P. to my pop. popping off. But, having to cope with keeping my wife sane and together, because it was hard for her, very hard. And, it wasn't hard for me. Shit, if I have to do it again, I can do it. But just seeing her going through that shit, that was a strength. It's like, damn, 2020, can it get any worse? When they start blowing the shit on, like, that's when that's when I lost my job. I was like, okay. And then, next thing you know, we got family members started getting it. Oh, shit. Her family members getting it. And we being around people that got it. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Then lo and behold, 2 weeks before Christmas, the wife catches both corona and the pit. That's too hard. Well, I ain't gonna say hard, but I managed to do it. Being away from her, not being able to interact with her, touch her, kiss her, all that shit. That shit was hard. And it was actually 17 days for us, because she called herself being mad at me and shit. A few days prior to that. You know, next thing you know, got a flu shot. Started feeling the flu symptoms that same night. Next day, corona. So that's what your boy got for Christmas. And that was how the year ended. So 2020, man, I would say you've been one. You've been one. From the jump to the end. Hell of a ride, bro. Glad I made it. Glad my family made it. Most of my family. I lost an aunt. Lost a father-in-law. Lost friends. But like immediate family is still intact. It's still good. Just grieving the feeling for my wife and my cousin. You know. But other than that, man, I'm hoping 2020, like I said, I'm trying to be the hottest thing smoking as far as the podcast. We're gonna try to switch the content in the not the narrative, because we see some already switching it up. But like I said, we're not aiming to be messy. We're not trying to be CNN, but we're gonna try to be more accurate. Up front, if we're we made any mistakes, we're always apologetic, and we don't mind clearing it up, changing it up. So just to get it right or get it clarified. So, but we trying to go into 2021. That's the hottest thing smoking. Need y'all to punch the subscribe button when it's loud, little loud, so performing. Because of COVID, man, I can't fast, bro. Can't fast. 2021, you need to air it the fuck out, bro. Started drinking at 3 o'clock personally. I don't know how this is gonna plan out, because I started on some goddamn Belvedere. Now I'm on that Crown. The blunts, they steady flowing. They've been flowing all day. Shit, probably finna go get. Shit. I got 2 backwoods left. So But yeah, man, what y'all getting into for the New Year's? Hopefully you staying your ass at home, being safe, social distancing if you having a get together. But they're saying you probably shouldn't. But you know, some people are hard headed. But yeah, that's another episode. Like I say, we're trying to bring you 50 episodes a quarter, 200 this year, in all, if not more. Shit, I might try to pull a Joe Budden. Shout out Joe Budden. I might try to pull a Joe Budden on y'all. 400 in 1 year. Damn, they did that. But this is RAPPERWEED TV. If you're so inclined, bust that cash app MBMG214. It goes toward the field of fun. Artists you trying to get on, you want to be on a future episode, go ahead, drop your link, drop your info down below to the email address that you see present. You get your own. You know what I'm saying? This is RAPPERWEED TV, the podcast. Like I said, I'm already, you know, drinking the shit, so I'm kind of a little tipsy, not all the way there. Stay tuned tomorrow, New Year's. Season 2 is what we're gonna start, and we're gonna try to start off with a barrage, at least 1 or 2 or 3 episodes, at least 3 episodes. We're gonna try to, hit y'all with a flurry of content. Some might hit, some might miss, but we still gonna keep pushing. We still gonna keep bringing. So y'all tune in to us on Spotify, iHEARTradio, Google Podcasts, Apple Music, SoundCloud, POCKETCAST, Anchor.fm, and more. It's growing, it's steady growing. And shout out to the streaming platforms that have allowed us to get in here so quick. Shout out to everyone that's been listening all over the world. We had Australia, Spain, Africa, the UK, Canada, and of course, the US is tuning in. Shout out Ohio, Florida, Cali, Virginia, just to name a few. So, I am your host, Mike Man, representing MBMG all day, HBC. Y'all be safe. Stay tuned for the next episode because we finna run it back with another one. RAPPERWEED TV, the podcast. Y'all be safe. Be breathing. Yeah.